The PlayStation 5 release date and price were announced during the PlayStation Showcase on September 16th. Pre-orders were supposed to go live the next day, but ended up going live a few hours after that event. It was a nightmare, but the Game Pack's pretty lucky because all three of us got our pre-orders in on time. So basically what happened was Walmart decided to go live with their pre-orders, and it created this crazy domino effect where everybody else tried to get their pre-orders up, and it just broke everyone's websites. So the official dates here, it's coming out November 12th in the U.S. and some other nations, but the official date for worldwide release is November 19th. So if you live in a different country that's not the U.S., just Google it. The prices are going to be $4.99 for the version with the disc drive, or if you want to go all digital, it's $3.99, a full $100 less. But before we get into the games they talked about during the showcase, let's talk about the date and price a little bit. I want to say they waited until 8 weeks before the console was out to let us know the release date and price.
And that,
do you guys think they waited?
That really helped them with their whole pre-order debacle,
Yeah. You think?
We got to announce it, and then it's going to be available like immediately after.
Right. So people are like scrambling, right?
Yeah.
Is that your point?
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't know the price. We know so people couldn't plan. I mean, for me personally, I already had money stashed away.
Right.
That I assumed would be the price, and it came in around the price, so I was okay. But some people might have to plan out, especially with the uncertain economic status.
Agreed. So this is a question I want to direct right at you, John, because I think Camilo, you got the disc version, right?
Yeah, the physical.
So I also got the physical edition as well. You get to save $100, John.
I know. I'm freaking pumped. I'm pumped. That is Demon Souls right there. And then part of another game.
That's crazy.
I'm really excited. Most of my collection, my PS4 collection, is digital anyway, and the ones that I've God of War physically, but that's gonna be in that thing that we're talking about a little bit later, the PlayStation Plus collection. So that's not a big deal to me. I have 3 different machines that could be a Blu-ray player now, so I don't need that.
Yeah.
And it's not backwards compatible with anything prior to PS4, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
So $100 for a disc drive seems like a lot of money to me. I don't know about.
Yeah, it is.
I think it'll cost them the cost to put it in there. I think it's probably $30 or $40. But
it just seems like a lot.
I think it's because they're gonna make a lot more money on the digital people when they buy it from the stores, because they make more money when you buy a digital game. Yeah. So they'll make that back up.
So I was also thinking there's not as many digital versions out there, because
I think it was 1 for every 4, or 1 to 4, 1 to 3.
Dude, IGN reported that it was 100 to 1 or something.
No, I was seeing stuff that GameStop was getting 10 physical editions and then 4 digital editions or something.
Well, places like GameStop, I would think, don't want to sell the digital one, because then
no,
they can't sell you a physical game.
Yeah, they're just gonna have those little card.
I'm gonna buy
cases.
I'm gonna buy a PlayStation Network card at GameStop.
Dude, it's gonna be weird though. Dude, think about aunts and uncles, and they're like, "Oh, I know my kid likes PlayStation."
Oh yeah,
it was hard. It was hard enough being "Oh, I know my kid likes video games, but I don't know if he plays PlayStation or not." So I mean, what are they gonna do? They're like, "Oh, my kid wants Demon Souls. Do I buy him the disc, or do I buy him if you're not so tuned in?"
You know what?
I guess you just buy him an Amazon gift card.
You get him you could get him a gift card for anywhere really, because then they could get the digital code on Amazon, they can get the digital code on
GameStop.
Wherever wherever sells stuff, you just get digital. The other thing that isn't mentioned here, but it has to do with the price. Games, next gen games are gonna be $70 now as opposed to $60.
Most.
Yeah.
I always want to like put an asterisk.
Which ones are not?
Like Sackboy's 60.
Oh, okay. And then Spider-Man Miles Morales is 50 for the
for the standard edition.
Standard edition, but then the one with Spider-Man PS4 on it.
Yeah, I think it's like legendary.
Yeah, that's
Ultimate
70.
Yeah.
I know Demon Souls is 70.
Yeah, I bought the legendary disc of Miles Morales, and then I bought Demon Souls disc. I bought them all from different places though, because I had like 50 tabs up just trying to like get my orders in. And then I realized like after I ordered from like 3 different places, I'm like, the games don't matter. Why did I do that?
Yeah, the game should be fine. I don't think you're gonna have issue getting the games unless it's a collector's edition, which they haven't revealed. I thought for sure that they would do a collector's edition for Spider-Man or for Demon Souls. Like, that's easy money.
I think the Miles Morales is called the Day 1 edition or something.
Yeah.
So that's technically a collector's edition, even though Day 1 editions like don't really have any value at all. Like, they don't make a Day 1 edition is not more valuable.
Wait, you're telling me my Day 1 edition Xbox One controller isn't worth anything?
That probably is. Even though it might not work anymore because it's a Day 1 edition Xbox controller.
Yeah, it's kind of jank.
But yeah, I don't think the games are ever worth anything different. As far as my research goes.
How do you guys feel about $70? Do you think it's time? Do you think?
Yeah, it's been time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been surprised if it happened last gen. It's just like the thing is like, yeah, and I made a video about it, and I don't need to plug it again, but like I am annoyed with how they have been making up that like lost profit, like, because games are getting more expensive to make, but they still remain $60 for two generations straight. Because it was 50
like
back
360
in
PS3 that started 16.
So for 360 and for 1 and PS4 they were 60, but the cost to create those games go up. So then they start doing the season pass microtransaction baloney.
Yeah, but like
now that's invented,
but like
we're gonna be paying 70 plus that.
Yeah, like them raising the price doesn't guarantee that they're gonna do less of that. Like
it's never going away.
Well, like you could get, like, speaking of that, like the Ubisoft games, you could get, the standard edition, the digital deluxe edition that's like $10 more, that you get like 3 skins, you get the gold edition. Like, there's so many different editions.
It's not just Ubisoft that does that, and it's because it's not just Ubisoft that does that. The naming convention of all those editions doesn't, like, it's like, what am I getting?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's NetherRealm or whoever, like the Warner Brothers Interactive makes the Injustice games.
Yeah.
And I reference that too. It's like, there's like 3 different versions, and I'm like, well, which one has all the freaking characters? Because like, it's a fighting game and I want all the characters.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Like, you have to make sure that it has the season pass and not just cosmetics, because like the $10 ones, they usually only have cosmetics. You have to get the $30 ones that have the season pass.
It's true. Like, I do want different Batman outfits, but I also want to be able to fight as Bane.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like that's more gameplay value add, like having a different character than, a suit. Where do we go from here? I feel like we went off on a tangent about game pricing. So let's just get into the games, I guess. The games that were featured in the showcase started off with Final Fantasy 16. Which was very exciting.
It was
to
leaked,
hear them
though.
Like, was it leaked?
Yeah. Well, it was
leaked.
Rumored. It was rumored.
Rumored, not leaked, I guess.
Was it rumored for this showcase? Because I know it was rumored for a while.
No, it was for it popped up like it's going to be shown at the showcase.
Oh, I see. I wasn't paying attention to that. A lot of people, not a lot of people, but I heard people were like, "Ooh, Project Athea, that might be Final Fantasy 16."
Nah, I mean that's made by one of the directors that made 15, but like they said that's like a new I don't think they would have turned that into, like, that didn't seem like a Final Fantasy game to me. Like I feel like they would have said that when they introduced it.
Right. But if you would have played Final Fantasy 1 on the NES and then someone would show you in like 1990 something or 80 something, and then they would show you Final Fantasy 7 Remake, would you be like, is this the same franchise? You'd be like, no, because that looks completely different.
No, it was just like the way they revealed it. They said it's like a brand new project, it's a new IP. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't have been. It's just like the way they described it didn't seem like that's what they were doing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anybody want to go down the list of games here?
Sure.
I volunteer Camilo as trivia.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay.
I mean, the biggest surprise for me was I'm really excited for Final Fantasy 16. That looked incredible. And then we got Demon Souls. I'm not really excited about that, so if someone else can say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely excited about Demon Souls. We got to see gameplay footage of Demon Souls,
looks so good.
which was like a level 1000 character that was just walking around one-shotting everything. Which was just kind of ridiculous. Like, I would have liked to have seen the HUD, but I get it. It's like it's a gameplay trailer. Like, they wanted to make it pretty as possible. But like, I want to see the HUD. Like, I want to see what the game looks like.
It looks slow. It looks slow to me. I don't know. I've never played the original, but it looks slow.
It's that speed.
Oof. It's gonna be weird going back to it, but
fine.
it looks awesome. Like, it looks beautiful. Like, if you look at the original compared to that,
dude, side by side, it is insane.
Yeah,
they're like different games.
That's what Super Mario should have been.
I know, and it's what Prince of Persia. But it's what Prince of Persia Sands of Time should be, not whatever god awful Frankenstein monster they've made into that. That hasn't warranted a full story from us yet, but I am displeased. Then we saw gameplay of Miles Morales, which revealed the Tinkerer, and I said this during my live reaction, which was, oh my god, they made the Tinkerer a girl, and I've been waiting for somebody or anybody to come into my live stream or to my comment sections and be like, oh, wow, what a cool new take on the Tinkerer being a girl. And I just want to be like, what comic book have you ever read that has the Tinkerer in it? You don't know who the Tinkerer is. Like, you didn't even know the Tinkerer was male to begin with.
I have no idea who the Tinkerer is.
Yeah, I've got a chip on my shoulder about it because, like, I just know there's going to be people who, like, aren't, like, comic book fans who are going to say stuff like that, and it's just going to just drive me up the wall. There's just certain people who are in our communities that do stuff like that.
Oh, my goodness.
And it just is going to drive me crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
When that comment eventually is made. So anyways, that was just more of the same a little bit. I thought it was weird that the gameplay they showed was on a bridge when the last Marvel game that was like huge in scope, like the big thing they showed off was on a bridge.
But he did the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, it was very Spider-Man-esque. Like,
yeah, that was rad. Pulling the bridge together, catching the bus, jumping through, like that was awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. And they did a good job of like it kind of had that feel of how they presented Spider-Man originally, where they do there's battle, but there's also QTE stuff where he's chasing the helicopter. It's like, guess what, guys? Like, we're bringing it back. Like that A+ game you played a couple years ago. Here's another one, except it's starring Miles Morales this time. So it seems really exciting.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get my hands on it on November, whenever Amazon decides to send it to me.
Oh god,
because that's the email we all got. I don't know. Do you guys want to talk about that for a split second?
I think they were just covering their butts. I don't think that like a lot. I think if you got it in that day, like there's a good chance.
I don't know because people got their Super Mario 3D All Stars like 3 days late.
I mean, they told me I was going to get mine Saturday, and I got it Friday.
Amazon's not reliable on the release day stuff anymore. That's why I stopped buying.
They're really not. I mean, it was the only option.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying in general. That's one of the main reasons I stopped buying from them for release day stuff.
Yeah, I like to go to if it's like something that's not like gonna be crazy sold out. Like when I bought Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, I'm like not even going to like big box stores anymore. I just went to a retro store in my area and was like, "Yo, you guys got Tony Hawk?" And they're like, "Yeah, I got Tony Hawk." And I was just like, "Cool, I'm supporting a local business."
Yeah.
Like this feels like a better transaction. And I got it on release day and played it, and it was awesome. So moving on from Miles Morales, I think we're all excited for that. I think we all pre-ordered that. Is a game set in the Hogwarts universe. Universe is called Hogwarts Legacy.
I feel like we talked about this a few years ago.
We talked about a game
that
was a
leak.
Like
There's images.
Yeah, it was a leak.
It was a leaked image, and I think it was by Rocksteady, if I remember correctly. Do you guys remember that? Like
that sounds about
Batman?
right, but that's not who makes this.
But it's not who makes this game. So I think that leak and this game are not the same thing.
Well, that leak, if I recall correctly, was like an RPG based in Hogwarts or in the Wizarding World. I was actually surprised. It's not at the time of Harry Potter. Like it's
it's in the 1800s. That's amazing. That's like very cool to me. Like the Harry Potter story has been told to death. Like it's very cool that they're moving away from it, but they're still going to get some use out of that IP. And then J.K. Rowling has been under fire recently.
Yeah, it was probably a terrible time to announce a Harry Potter-esque video game.
Well, they've said publicly that J.K. Rowling is not involved in the creation of the video game at all.
Well,
they just have a
they're just trying to rip that in the bud. They're like, it's not.
Just so you know, that person who's been tweeting things you don't like is not working on this game. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna get it. I don't know if they gave a release window for that.
I think they said 2021.
Yeah.
So I'd be down for that. I think. What if it's like a Destiny like
games of service?
Yeah, games of service where like you upgrade your wand and your robe and you have like fire teams.
It looks like you could be an evil wizard.
I didn't get that vibe, but
it looks like you could be an evil wizard.
It did. It was like Fable-y kind of, right?
Yeah, so I that's what I'm interested. I want to see if they're. I never do the evil side, but like I like the option to play as good or evil or a mixed bag.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to go good. Or like in my Witcher playthrough, I'm like, what is the code of a Witcher? And I just answer all my questions based on the Witcher code, which is like, yeah, I'll save you, but like it costs money.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super interested in that because I loved the books. I loved the movies. I'm excited about that. It seems super cool. I'm glad that it's not a little boy with glasses anymore. Something that they announced that I was like kind of like meh about was Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition.
Yeah.
Because actually, let's jump to something that's really cool really fast because we keep referencing it. The PlayStation Plus collection. So the PlayStation Plus collection is a collection of basically the bangers from PS4 that are going to be available on PS5 at launch if you have a active PS Plus subscription. It's not a Game Pass clone. They've tried to make that very clear that it's like not something they're going to be continually updating. I think it's going to be a collection of like, how many games did it look like?
Like 20-ish.
20? Like a collection of like 20 games.
I wonder if they'll add. So, Last of Us Part 2 isn't on there, and Ghost of Tsushima's not on there. I wonder if a year or two down the line they'll add more.
Well, The Last of Us got remastered from PS3 to PS4. Do you think The Last of Us Part 2 will get remastered?
Well, yeah, I think they're gonna do PS5 upgrades. I think they already confirmed that. And then Ghost is probably gonna do the same thing.
So I brought that up because I would rather have Devil May Cry, because Devil May Cry 5 is a Game Pass game.
Is it?
I would rather have. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. That Devil May Cry 5 should be a PS Plus game.
No. It looked like they added a whole new story. Not like it looked like DLC. Like I didn't recognize the character. I mean, I haven't played through the whole game, but I didn't recognize the character they showed.
All right.
It looked cool. Enough. Like, that game's awesome. If you guys haven't played Devil May Cry 5, you should. Even if you haven't played the other ones. Fun. It's, like, really cool.
They're super fun. I got hooked on them when they, like, rebooted it as DMC.
Yeah, I like that one. I haven't played any other ones, though.
They're a little different. Like, DMC is different than the Devil May Cry series. Like, I know they're both Devil May Cry, but, like, DMC has a different feel to it, I guess.
All right, let's rattle off a couple of the ones that don't matter. So Fortnite was announced.
No, dude, that matters to me. No,
I mean, it matters.
No, it was more like, why are you wasting 3 seconds of my time? We know it's gonna be there.
It's definitely coming. Like, why is that even announced? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was just like an action movie cutscene for 5 minutes.
I tweeted this. I said something like, why are they showing us like 10 minutes of Call of Duty gameplay when most of the people that buy that game, they're already decided on buying that game? Like, you're not going to sway people.
Exactly. It's like the Madden people. It's like, don't show a 10-minute Madden commercial because you're not getting new people. The people who buy Madden, buy Madden. Like, end of story. Then I was not very interested in the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach game unless it's a complete reinvention of the franchise.
Maybe it's not on security cams. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's an adventure game.
I would like to, like,
I've never played,
walk around.
I don't know.
It's like,
I might be interested.
I don't know how to explain it. So you look at security cameras the whole game, and these animatronics try to attack you while you're not looking.
Yeah, and you only have a limited power supply. It's fun for a couple playthroughs for me, but I kind of got burnt out on it. If it turns into like Resident Evil but Fright Night at Freddy's, I'd give it another shot. Then we've seen Deathloop for the 600th time.
You know what's interesting about this one, though?
What?
It's owned by Bethesda. This is an exclusive to PS5, and
everything that was already in the works is gonna be.
Yeah, no, it's just weird that Microsoft's gonna have like a timed exclusive on the PS5.
I mean, all of that is to be seen with what goes on with that. I really think that case by case basis was a huge red flag. Like, I think they wasted however many millions of dollars on that.
$7.5 billion. $7.5 billion.
Yeah, I think they just flushed that down the toilet, but that's just me. Okay, then did I say Oddworld Soulstorm is another one I don't care about? I don't like the Oddworld games. I just think they're weird. I think they're gross. The art style is disgusting, and the platforming's not fun. So, you disagree with me.
I like the one scene they showed where they're all like waiting in line, and they're like, "Come on, guys, I gotta go. Move, get out of the way." I just thought it was funny that they were going back and forth.
Yeah, but in that scene where they're all standing in line, all their character models were pushing and melding into each other. I'm like, is this not a PS5 game? Like, this looks like a PS3 game. And I guess, what do we got? We saw more Resident Evil Village, which looks cool, kind of scary.
Cool. Yeah, okay.
And then lastly, I think I did this in the correct order. The last one would be God of War Ragnarok, God of War 2.
Yes.
We got Metroid Primed on it, though.
Yeah, but they did say 2021. It wasn't like God of War 2 is in development. It was 2021.
That might be late or might even be delayed to 2022.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be holiday if it releases next year, but like at least I don't know. That's only a year out.
I'm very excited for it. Like, God of War, I loved God of War.
Yeah, that
was amazing.
I thought
they rebooted the heck out of that franchise.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Cam, did you play it?
No, I didn't play it, but it is in the PS Plus collection.
Yeah, it is. It's awesome. It's not like the original 3. Like, it's more serious. I don't know if serious is the right word, but more cinematic.
Yeah.
Cinematic, yeah. Dramatic. That's an amazing game. I loved it.
It's great. I can't wait. That ending, not going to spoil it. That ending warrants a sequel.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. Is that ending warrants a sequel, and I've been just waiting.
I hope they let us go to other realms, because they had I forget what it's called.
The Bifrost or whatever?
Yeah, they had the Bifrost, and you can only go to like 3 or 4 realms, I think.
Yeah.
And I hope we could go to all those realms and they expand on some of them, because some of them were pretty weak. But go to the other 3, because they mention,
I think by the time the trilogy's over, you will have gone everywhere.
Yeah.
Were you guys surprised by any of the announcements made, or do you think anything got left out or not showcased enough during this specific showcase? Was there anything in particular, games-wise, that stuck out to you?
Where was Horizon? I thought that was supposed to come out like soonish. And
they
Ratchet and Clank.
I think because Horizon and Ratchet were heavily featured in the last showcase, they wanted to leave plenty of room for Fortnite and.
I mean, Ratchet and Clank got like that extended demo a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
they were talking about that.
Gamescom.
Yeah, like Ratchet has been shown, Horizon was shown. I mean, it would have been nice to see some Horizon gameplay. Especially because isn't it not that far away?
I know, that's what I thought.
It's like they said launch window, I think. So it might be like early 2021.
Isn't that like up to 6 months? Like, isn't typically up to 6 months after the launch is the launch window?
I'd say maybe like spring that could come out.
Yeah, maybe it comes out around the same time the first one came out, which was like end of February.
So yeah, I guess that would be mine. Horizon. I would have liked to have seen like some gameplay since it's coming out so soon. But other than that, I was happy with the games they showed. I wasn't like, "Where's this?"
I'm pretty excited about the launch titles. Like Demon Souls is at launch.
Yes. What? Demon Souls at launch?
Yeah, they kind of like skipped over that.
Yeah, they didn't even say that. They didn't even put a date. So they put a date on the trailer. I'm like, wait, is this thing like not coming out for another 3 years?
But when I saw no date, I was the same thing. I was like, wow, this thing's never coming out.
They didn't show Sackboy, and that's a launch title.
Yeah.
They didn't show the Astro. Is it Astro Bot?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it's like in pre-installed.
Yeah, the pre-installed. They didn't show any of that. They didn't show any features. They didn't show any features of the PS5.
Yeah, we haven't seen like the UI at all.
Yeah. Dude, it's the same UI. It's a line of tiles that you move across. They're not changing the UI.
I wish they would go back to like the XMB.
Which one was that?
The PS3.
PS2? The PS3.
I never had a PS3, so I don't know what it looks like.
I mean, it's like they kind of like kept it in the PS4, but like it was like so snappy on the PS3.
To me, they're the exact same. I was just gonna say, to me, the current PS3 and current PS4 feel exactly the same to me.
Yeah, but there's a lot of like hitting like icons that go into separate screens, and like they take you out of like what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Like the XMB was like click over and you like you like drill into something, and like you're still in the same menu.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I think the PS4 UI is pretty clunky. Like it's just a lot, it's the line of the tiles, but then all that crap that comes up when you like go onto a game, I don't like that. I'd rather just
there's just like so much garbage. But Xbox is guilty of the same thing.
Oh no, Xbox's UI is terrible too. I just want them to be clean. Like just give me like, I don't know. You could just do a wall of apps. I don't care.
Dude, I know. I just want it to be like my Steam library, where I literally just have everything in list form.
Yeah.
And I go alphabetical, or I sort by most recently played, and I can just click on my app and I play. Like, I don't need all this other stuff. My PS5 is not going to be a multimedia device. It is going to be a gaming machine.
Yeah.
I don't need another multimedia device. Anyways, final thoughts on PS5. That was a bear of a story.
It was. I'm excited. I'm super excited. I'm so glad we were all able to get pre-orders in.
Yes, me too.
Hopefully we get the stuff on time. I need to look into accessories and see what I need. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm taking that week off, the week of the 12th.
Nice. Well, I look forward to all the content that the three of us are going to be creating for the PS5. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the other stories this week and let us know what you thought of today's story in the comments down below. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.